Antibiotics not only kill the bad bacteria in your body, they also kill the good bacteria. There are some amazing studies that have recently come out showing that just one course of antibiotics for something like an upper respiratory infection or maybe a urinary tract infection or whatever the need, this one course of antibiotics increases your chance of a major depressive episode by 24% in the next 12 months. And the chance of developing a generalized anxiety disorder goes up by 17%. This is profound. But now, say you have to go back to your doctor within that 12-month period and get a second course of antibiotics for maybe the same infection. Maybe it's a reoccurring UTI, or maybe you develop some new bacterial infection like mastitis or bronchitis. That second course of antibiotics now raises your risk of major depression by 54%. And your risk of anxiety disorder goes up by 44%. And we wonder why postpartum depression and mood disorders are so common. And what about our children? How do antibiotics impact them? This episode was inspired by a mama who sent me the following message on Instagram. Can you educate more about newborns needing a gut rebalance due to antibiotics given to the mother at or shortly before or after birth? This happened to me as I ended up in the hospital for 3 days postpartum with severe mastitis and a fever, and my baby ended up having such irregular poops for months. This is how I found you, but I imagine this happens often, especially in birth settings. Thank you, Morgan, for suggesting this because you are right. This is incredibly common and is definitely a topic that needs to be talked about more. Especially, this is an awareness that needs to be shared if you are in your mother-bearing years. The connection between antibiotics during pregnancy and postpartum depression and other mental health issues is profound. But none of our healthcare professionals are talking about this. Even further, our antibiotic use directly impacts our children. Now, before we dive really deep into this, I just want to say I am here for you. I love connecting with you and creating content that serves you. So, like Morgan, if you have a question or an episode suggestion, please send me a DM on Instagram at only organics. I love connecting with my community and it's what keeps me coming back here. So please don't be shy. Okay. Now, I know this is a really heated topic. There are many instances where we are told we need antibiotics. This is okay. This is not an anti-antibiotic episode, but there is a lot you need to know. Today, we're going to talk about what to do to restore your body post-antibiotics and ways you can avoid needing them in the first place. So, what you need to know is that your microbiome is crucial for your mental, emotional, and physical health. When you take antibiotics, they kill the bacterial infection, but they also kill the good bacteria in your body. And did you know it takes 2 years for your good gut bacteria to repopulate after just one round of antibiotics? 2 years. Really quick. As you're listening, if you have needed antibiotics or your child is showing symptoms of imbalance due to antibiotic use during pregnancy, postpartum, or even in their childhood, please don't worry. Healing is absolutely possible, and please do not burden yourself with guilt. We cannot blame ourselves for what we don't know, but we can empower ourselves with knowledge so that we are prepared moving forward. And that's exactly why we are here today. So let that guilt and worry go, accept your journey, and focus your energy on healing, okay? Now, if you have taken antibiotics during any stage of your life and you have not intentionally rebalanced your gut is imbalanced. If it was during pregnancy, birth, or while breastfeeding, you can be certain that both you and your child's gut microbiome is imbalanced. Again, this is an awareness, this is not guilt. A lot of women and children will show symptoms of imbalance like eczema, colic, acne, really sour, acidic smelling poop, constipation, diarrhea, depression or anxiety, developmental or speech delays. There are so many symptoms, but a lot of times we don't even recognize that we have symptoms in ourselves, especially postpartum, because we are all told that mood swings and sleep deprivation, this is all normal. This is part of it. That feeling blue and down, unmotivated or emotional, it's just part of postpartum. And to an extent, yes. But again, if you needed antibiotics, your microbiome is imbalanced. There are many hormones that are produced in your gut. So if there is an imbalance, your body is not able to function optimally. It is not producing optimal amounts of hormones, and your immune system is compromised, and your brain is foggy. But as mamas, our culture, and even we ourselves, we tend to brush ourselves under the rug. We don't even recognize our own symptoms. We see our children, though, we see them struggling with a rash or digestive issues. We are so in tune with their health, and we are so quick to jump in and want to heal them, which is so beautiful. But we never even pause to consider our own well-being. I'm here today to remind you that your health is very important. When you focus on healing yourself, you heal everyone around you. You have to come first, or at the very least, alongside your child. I can't tell you how many women come to me saying, my child's experiencing these symptoms, and we kind of unravel their past. Like, what triggered this? When did this happen? And so often the mama maybe had group B strep, or for whatever reason, she needed antibiotics during pregnancy or while in labor or early postpartum. She needed antibiotics, and a little down the line, she sees symptoms in her child, and that's why she seeks support from me. But she never even pauses to consider herself. If your child has an imbalance because of the antibiotics that you had to take, you also have an imbalance, and you deserve to heal your body too. So I will be here all day, every day to encourage you to heal your child. But at the same time, it is so important that you heal yourself. So let's talk about how you can intentionally heal your gut after needing antibiotics and what you can do to avoid needing antibiotics in the future. Whether you recognize symptoms of imbalance in yourself or not, if you have taken antibiotics, I would absolutely rebalance your gut. You can do this with my woman's or children's gut rebalance kit. If you are breastfeeding and your infant is under 4 months of age, your rebalance will be enough to heal both of you. If your child is over 4 months old, you will want to get the woman's kit for you and the children's kit for your child. And to answer a very frequently asked question, yes, the woman's gut rebalance kit is just as effective for men. So your partner can absolutely rebalance with it. I just mostly serve women and children, so I love speaking to you directly. But it is beautiful for men as well. I will attach a link to these kits in the show notes for you so you can start healing your gut. And again, even if you aren't showing symptoms, don't wait for them. Be ahead of symptoms. And if you have needed antibiotics, rebalance your gut, period. Now, for avoiding antibiotics in the future, stocking your medicine cabinet now before something comes up is so important. A few things I will not ever not have in my home are Cleanse Alkaline Silver for everything from immunity to earaches and infections to pink eye, UTIs, mastitis, and gut health, and Relieve Healing Gel for all topical things like burns, rashes, insect bites, and vaginal yeast infections, even Group B strep during pregnancy. So many women have shared testimonials that they tested positive for Group B strep. They incorporated Cleanse and Relieve and they retested and they were negative. What's really profound about these testimonials is just about every single one of them, their birth worker, whether it's a midwife or an OBGYN, has said it is so rare for a positive test to turn negative before giving birth. This really speaks to the power of Cleanse and Relieve and how amazing and powerful they are to have in your medicine cabinet so that you have a first line of defense. In addition to stocking your medicine cabinet, committing to a microbiome-friendly lifestyle. 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. So if your gut is imbalanced, your likelihood of needing antibiotics is greater. Imbalance is also the root cause of inflammation in the body, and every healthcare provider agrees that inflammation is the root to every disease. Your microbiome matters so much, and it's a full circle. Heal the gut, reduce your need for antibiotics. I hope this episode inspired you to heal your gut if you have needed antibiotics and empowered you to preventatively nurture your microbiome to help reduce the need for antibiotics in the future. At the end of the day, though, if you end up needing antibiotics, it's okay. Come back here and just make sure that you intentionally rebalance your gut following those antibiotics. And the sooner you rebalance after antibiotics, the sooner your good gut bacteria will replenish. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you next time. Thank you for joining me in today's episode of Follow Your Gut. If we don't know each other, I'm Juniper Bennett. I'm the founder and CEO of Only Organics, a supplement and education brand focused on women and children's gut health. I will have all the resources mentioned in today's episode linked in the show notes for you. I would love to connect with you. You can find me on Instagram at Only Organics. That's ONLEORGANICS. And make sure to subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Lastly, it's important for you to know that the information shared on this podcast is based on my personal experiences and research. Please always trust your own inner voice of wisdom and your healthcare professional. Until next time.